Okay, and I am live. I just want to double check to make sure that I'm getting my other stuff going. This one. You're not going. How's that? All right, now hopefully, we've got some, a translation going for transcription. So we'll see how this goes. Hi, happy Pride in the year 2021. Happy Gay Pride, yay! So it's been about 6 years since I've done anything with this channel. I had to take some time off. I had to figure some things out. I was under a lot of stress, and I really put a lot of pressure on myself to figure out where to go, and I just needed some time away. And that turned out to be a lot longer than I was expecting. Anyway, I am back because I think I figured out a way to use the channel in a different way that I didn't quite expect. Over quarantine, I learned, I got into something that I didn't know I was going to get into. Over quarantine, I started listening to a podcast called Writing Excuses. And Writing Excuses, one of the questions that they had was, when you have writer's block, what do you do? And one of the podcasters said that she turns to her tarot cards. And I was like, that's interesting. So another long story short, I now have 25 decks. Now I am wearing some beads and some crystals, and I believe that there's a spectrum with the tarot. There's definitely witch stuff. Hi, Chloe. It's my cat. And there's definitely just pieces of cardboard. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I haven't decided if I'm any kind of a baby witch yet or not. I'm on witch TikTok, just to kind of see. I just find it interesting more, but I haven't decided exactly where I'm going with that. So anyway, with that being said, this is the first video that I'd like to make of 30. And let me explain why. I know 30 sounds like a lot, especially for lives. But so there's a website, as I was learning the tarot, there was a website that I found called karmastartarot.com. And she took the NaNoWriMo challenge that not every writer, but a lot of writers do in November. It's a challenge. It's called NaNoWriMo. It's a challenge against your writers to write a 50,000 word novel in 1 month. She took that and kind of made her own tarot thing with it. And so every day she posted a new tarot spread to kind of help with some writer's block, to get the story going, to get the words out. Which leads me to my project as to why I'm here right now. I have a gay pride project that I would like to try and do. And I have her 30 spreads. I have the gay pride, gay tarot deck by Lee Bursten and Antonella Platano. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. And we're just going to see if we can create a story. I'm going to do a sample reading for you right now. It's called the I'm Stuck spread. So this isn't me. This is not a spread for me. It's just an example, just to kind of show you what it is. And you can't see the spread that I'm doing, but I'll probably put a link in the description. I will also post a picture of the spread on my Instagram, and also maybe in my blog. I might start a blog on my website, and all those links are somewhere. So let's see what comes out and just see where it happens. So we're going to do the I'm Stuck spread with the Gay Tarot deck. I have no idea. I'm doing this off the cuff. There is no script. Obviously, it's live. So let's see what comes up and just go from there. I think that this could be a fun project. And and also, if you do happen to decide you get ideas with this story, go ahead and have at it. I am not going to copyright this, but if it helps you and you're a writer and you want to try and go off and do whatever you want with it, go off. I have so many other projects right now, I can't add another one. So this is just a free-for-all for anybody else who wants to do it. All right, so we've got 6 cards. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's move this out of the way. All right, so I am actually one of the people who read reversals. But let's see how this goes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Sorry, I paused there for a second. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So my first card that I have is called the current mental space of this fictional person who is stuck. The current mental space of this person is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands are very fiery, and so they're full of fire, and it's also the end. But also Wands, this card tends to be heavy, so there's something really heavy on this person, but that's like the normal tarot deck. So with this one, he's actually traveling with a dog. But is he traveling alone? Is he wanting to travel alone? Is he carrying all of this? Is almost very similar to the Fool as well, which is also a card that we got. But he seems a little bit more planned, but I don't know. So it's just something to think about. And maybe maybe the more that we look at the rest of the cards, we'll be able to see what else is weighing down on this writer. Maybe they have too much going on and they need to somehow get away, or they haven't figured out how to get away, or something. So what is blocking them? And usually we got the Lovers. Now, usually the Lovers is not about lovers. It's actually more about a decision or a commitment. So maybe they haven't decided to make the commitment. This writer hasn't decided to make the commitment to do this project that I'm doing. So maybe this is about me. That's just something to kind of think of. So maybe there's a lot of things going on, and maybe they haven't quite made the exact decision to go off and do this, or do whatever they want to do. Write the story, or since we're dealing with storytelling, probably write the story, write the book, write the short story, write the poem, all that kind of stuff. So number 3 is how I view my work in progress. And this we got Judgment reversed. This is kind of a gay pride picture. It's people being not being judged. This is beyond judgment in the gay tarot deck, but we got this reversed. So maybe this person is scared that their project is going to be judged by too many people and no one's going to like it. And the audience is not going to be found for this specific project. And there's still going to be a lot of stigma about whatever story they're trying to write. So number 4 is how to change my view of my work in progress. And I've got the Emperor here. The Emperor is a very down-to-earth guy, but this is more of an artsy deck. And I kind of think how to change my view. He's obviously wanting to put on a show. Like, I think putting on a show, writing it, and just doing it is probably what the best advice is that you need to do. Just do it. Be like Nike. Something of that nature is kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting like a fear of other people not finding it, and maybe an emperor not sticking your guns to it, and wanting to put on a show. Just like be the queen, be a performer. Number 5 is what about my whip? It's WIP. This is work in progress. To acknowledge or embrace. This has the Magician reversed. Now, the Magician, to me, is like they make things happen. They have access to everything. It's magical. And obviously, this person, what to acknowledge or embrace is that you don't know everything about your project. Whenever you start a new project, there are, plotters versus pantsers. And even the plotters, their outlines go off the rails. And I think that this is kind of what this is kind of leaning toward for this spread. Um, just what to acknowledge or embrace is that you do not have all the answers. You do not have all the pieces to make your story work yet. And the only way to do that is to do it, is to perform it. So that's kind of where I'm getting that from that picture and standpoint. So the 6th card is my next step, which actually totally makes sense. And that's be the fool. The fool is someone who is naive and someone who is willing to take risks to take the next step. So I think that this would be just be a fool, write whatever you want to write. Who cares about, no one's going to read it. I mean, maybe they will, but there's going to be edits. There'll be different revisions, and just do it. Just like, don't think about all the heavy stuff going forward, and just write and just get the creativity out of your head. If anything, that's just get that out of your head so that you can feel like you're productive and doing something. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm going to try to do over the next 30 videos. Is I'm going to try to take one spread a day, one spread of video live for now, and I want to try to give you as much of a authentic reading as possible when trying to create a story. So right now, this wasn't our story. This was just an example about the writer behind it. So if you want to follow my socials and everything on what else I'm doing and keeping up on how the rest of the story is going, feel free to do that. And I'm going to do another one now because it is now the 4th, and I am 4 days behind for this Pride thing. So I'm going to try to do a handful of these right now just to get them out of the way and start just to give us a good spread. So thank you, and remember to like, subscribe, and follow, and have a good, happy Pride.